We talked about diction in a previous video, so let's focus on it in this episode. As we discussed earlier, diction is a fancy word that means word choice. Using the right word for the right job. And in the SAT, the new PSAT, what you're going to see with these questions is they're going to use words that sound like the word you need to use, but aren't quite the right word. So, as we're going to see in number 13, for example, the difference between effect with an E and affect with an A. That's the kind of question you're going to see. And you got to make sure that you're using the right form. So let's take a look at 13. As an October 2006 study found that as much as 1/3 of global agriculture depends on animal pollination, including honeybee pollination, to increase crop output. The importance of bees highlights the potentially disastrous effects of an emerging unexplained crisis. So let's stop there. Two things actually going on in this question. Part of it is the diction, which we'll talk about in a second, but the first thing we have to worry about is subject-verb agreement, because if you notice, the choices with A and B, we have highlights, and with C and D, we have highlight. So which one is it? Is it supposed to be the singular highlights or the plural highlight? Well, if you look at the B's and say, oh, isn't it the B's highlight? Isn't it supposed to be plural? That would be a mistake because this is not the subject of the sentence. The subject of the sentence is the importance, right? It's the importance of bees that highlights the effects. So in this case, we actually want the singular form so we can get rid of C and D and go with highlights in A and B. Now we go to the diction. So affects with an A, this is actually the verb form of effect, right? To cause change or to cause some result in something is to affect it. Now, effect with an E is the noun, and that's what we're looking for here. So it's the potentially disastrous effects. So that would be choice B. 21. Other farmers have increased their dependence on costly hand pollination by human workers. So here, this there is the wrong there. You can look in the choices and see that two of them are the other there. There with an apostrophe is short for they are. And that's not what we want. We want the possessive form, which is choice C, there. THERE is the one that designates place, so that's not it. And we don't want to use its, even though it's a possessive pronoun, because we want to refer to the farmers, who are plural, so we have to use the plural pronoun there. To learn more about Reason Prep's SAT, SAT subject test, and ACT video courses, go to reasonprep.com/enroll, and you can find the link in the description below the video.